Hey guys, I'm Miss Gilbert and I'm the AP Lang teacher at Fletcher High School. So if you're watching this, it's probably because you're planning on taking AP Lang next year, which is awesome. My plan was to come and talk to you in your classrooms and to give you kind of an overview of what the course is about and everything like that. But obviously, that's not a thing we're doing right now. So this is the next best thing I can do, which is kind of walk you through with a video what AP Lang is like, some of the things we'll do, some of the things that we'll read, some of the things that we'll write, so that way you have kind of an overview of what to expect. So the first thing I want to talk about is what we read. So we read a combination of fiction and nonfiction. Usually what we do is we have one text that we study for each quarter, like one novel or one nonfiction book or something like that. We spend a lot of time with it. And then we kind of supplement in some nonfiction passages to analyze, because that's going to be kind of the focus for AP Lang and for the test itself. In AP Lang, our big focus is argument. And this is a little different than what you're used to with your, 9th and 10th grade English classes. So that's one of the reasons we read a lot of nonfiction, because again, we focus on argument. When I say argument, I don't mean like conflict, like we're fighting. I'm like having an argument. I mean that everything we read has some sort of message or opinion that is being presented to you. And so your job as the reader is to figure out, okay, well, what is this message? What is being presented to me? What is this opinion? And do I agree with it? And is it well supported? And not just well supported with evidence, but is the language that this author using appropriate to support this? So we're working a lot on analyzing other people's arguments. And then once we've done that, you will be working on creating your own arguments and writing as well. So that's our big focus. As far as writing goes, there are two things I want to talk about with writing. We will learn how to do 3 different types of essays for the exam, which I'll talk about in just a moment. The other big thing that we write is a research paper. We do your first grown-up research paper with real citations and research and an annotated bibliography and an outline and all of those things. I don't want you to be overwhelmed or worried about that, because we start that in November. We start the process. You get to choose your own topic and everything like that. And then that's November. It's not due until April. So I walk you through it step by step by step. And we go through every step together. You get feedback on every step. And so it's not like me just going, here, write a research paper, goodbye. We walk through it together so you can make sure that you're as successful as possible with that. So don't be worried or overwhelmed by the research paper part of this. So that's what we read, that's what we do, that's what we write. The next thing that I want to talk about are the benefits of taking AP Lang, because some of you may not have decided, like, do I want to take AP Lang? Is this really what I want to do? Is this really the course that I want to take? The benefits of taking AP Lang, first of all, is that it's a weighted course. So it looks really great on your GPA. And you're probably like, well, great, well, English 3 Honors is weighted too. And it is. But one of the really great things about AP Lang is if you are thinking about competitive college admissions, AP Lang looks really good to those colleges, because what it shows is that you are challenging yourself as a student. You are taking the most rigorous course that is available to you for English, and they definitely take that into consideration. The other thing too is that you learn college level analysis and writing and research skills in this course, which is going to be really helpful and important to you as you move into your senior year and of course beyond into college. You also, of course, get the opportunity to take the AP test, which is great, because that way you get the opportunity to earn college credit. I'm sure that you're hopefully familiar with the AP scale 1 through 5 as far as the score goes. AP Lang is one of the courses where if you make a 4 or a 5, a lot of times colleges will give you 2 classes worth of credit. So you have the opportunity to earn quite a bit of college credit by passing the AP Lang exam. So I want to make sure you're aware of that. Speaking of college credit and the AP exam, I want to give you a super quick overview of what the exam actually looks like, so that way you are not surprised by it. So let's take a look at the AP exam structure. So let's talk for a second about the AP exam itself. So you can see there are 2 sections to the AP exam, the multiple choice questions and the free response questions. Multiple choice questions are first. There are 45 of them, and you get an hour to do them. And there are 2 types of questions: reading questions, which ask you to do analysis on a passage that they provide for you, and then writing questions, which are a little bit like editing questions. So we'll talk more about those when you're actually in class. That's all you need to know right now. The second part are the free response questions. These are the essays, and there are 3 of them. So you get 2 hours and 15 minutes to write all 3 essays, which is about 40 minutes per essay. I know that sounds short, but I promise you'll be ready to do it. So synthesis is the first essay that you'll write. You'll get a prompt with some sort of issue or idea presented in it. You are supposed to take a position on that issue or idea, and then use the 6 to 8 sources like articles, graphs, charts, pictures, things like that. Use the articles that they're giving you behind it to support your idea or position. So that's synthesis. You're using the sources they're providing for you to support your own argument. Question 2 is rhetorical analysis, and that's a little bit different. So instead of creating your own argument in rhetorical analysis, what you're doing is you're analyzing someone else's argument. You'll be given a passage, and you'll be asked to identify usually the author's argument, the author's purpose, and then you have to write about how that author uses language to create their argument or to achieve their purpose. Question 3 is the argument essay. It's a little bit like synthesis. You're given a prompt with an issue or idea, and then you're asked to take a position on that issue or idea, so have an opinion about it. And then you're asked to support that opinion or that position with evidence from your own brain. So instead of having sources behind it like the synthesis essay does, the argument essay is just a prompt where you take a position and you use your own smart brain to come up with evidence to support it. So those are the 3 essays that you will find on the AP Lang exam. So it's a longer test, but again, like I said, you can earn a bunch of college credit by passing this exam. So I hope that gives you kind of an overview about what to expect in AP Lang, some of the things that we do, some of the things that we read, and then of course the exam itself, which is what you want to know about when you're taking an AP class. So if you have any other questions, feel free to email me. My email address is gilbertn, GILBERTN, at duvalschools.org, and I'm around. I'm always on the email these days. So I hope that you have a wonderful end of the year, and I really look forward to seeing you next year. Thanks, y'all. Bye.